Hello.
Hello.
How
How
are
are
you?
you?
I am okay.
I am okay too. Just hot. It's very hot in here. Like not
Yeah.
me saying some days like, "Oh, my city is very fine," and then today, boom, it's hot.
I don't know if I'm live.
You are.
Okay, because I'm looking at my YouTube and it doesn't say I am, so I'm like, oh yes, it
Oh,
does. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, never mind. I'm like discombobulated because I downloaded the Sprint's background,
mm.
but and I can see it in the file, but when I upload it to StreamYard, it's not there.
Oh,
That might have to be a first Sprint problem. We'll see then. So how are you? I was lurking the last couple of sprints, trying to get stuff ready for. We have a cookout this afternoon with my neighbor.
oh,
Trying to get stuff for that done. Dealing with some work stuff, um, all the things. But are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy. Today is a happy day, honestly.
Good.
So that's good. I
Good.
just have to sort out my tarot cards.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. Because I forgot to do the like the draw for the day, which on in the tarot readathon it gets you like 1+ point per day. So at
Mhm.
the end it's like plus 30 more points for us. So I want all the points for my team.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, and I have something to show you. I don't know if you saw it. I finished the first sushi piece.
Oh, that looks so good.
And then I just went and basically did the squares in the rest of them. But the
Perfect.
first one is done. I
I
think
love
I'll
it.
do the next one here and then
Mm.
here. Because like the blue one that goes on here goes in these like column. So I will
Mm.
not be able to put like my um, the round thing, like this. But I'm using a smaller
Ah,
one.
yeah.
So yeah, just wanted to show you.
I love it. And you decided not to do the outline, right?
It didn't have an outline,
Oh,
so
okay.
like a
Okay.
black outline, so they just have it like this. It's bothering me that it shows like here, like the white part, but I'm like, it's going to stay like that because
Yeah.
it shows progress.
I love it. I love it. Well, I think for me today, I'm only here 4 hours because we have the cookout at my neighbor's house. It's Independence Day in the U.S.
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm going to do a longer sprint in the beginning, and so that I can take my son to work, and then I'll probably wrap up with 2:45s, depending on chatty bits and all that.
Of course.
I'm very excited. So I'm very excited that we're on day 4 of Reset-athon, first of all. But then this is my first stream for Reset-athon, so super excited for that. I have a lot going on in July, and a lot
Mhm.
of it is with you. So I'm super stoked for the buddy reads that we have together.
Oh yeah.
I
It
think
isn't
I've
just
got.
Priory.
So are you doing yours truly also?
No,
No, okay. So then, yeah, just Priory, I think. So because
but
that's
that one,
me,
it's.
you, Dee Dee, Paula, and Livia, I think.
I think Anna
Um,
just joined us also.
oh,
Yeah, during
perfect.
the night,
Excellent.
my
And
night.
then I've got yours truly with
Mhm.
almost everyone, almost all of the hosts. Um,
Oh.
and then Dee Dee, Paula, and myself. And I think Chantel just joined Long
Mm-hmm.
Shot, which is the
Mm.
Hoop series by Kennedy Ryan. Um, and we were going to do Onyx Storm. Dee Dee and I were going to do Onyx Storm together, but I think that got pushed back to August because Christina wants to join. So
Mm.
lots of
I am
fun stuff this
I
month.
am finishing Onyx Storm in the first sprint.
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, we were trying to wait for the graphic audio to come out.
I
So
I ended up going to Audible for the audio, which is fine because
yeah,
it went away from me in the other place that I was listening to it.
yeah.
If you remember very well Iron Flame, I believe you will be fine.
Okay.
more like me where I basically didn't remember Iron Flame. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but the ending is it's coming along to what I
Good.
like from her. So it's that these parts in the end. I don't know. It's always the ending that she makes really well.
Yeah, I heard you saying that in your last chatty bit that it's sort of the middle, a little bit of the beginning and the middle that just doesn't do it for you, and then the ending. And I feel the exact same way. Like with Fourth Wing, it was different. I was hooked from the beginning. But with
Yes.
Iron Flame, I felt that way, and I was like, just push through, and then.
Mhm.
It's nice to know going into Onyx Storm that it will probably be similar.
Yeah, so Onyx Storm, the first like parts are basically them going in expeditions, let's call it like that, to
Okay.
find Andarna's kind. So,
Oh, okay.
which is something that they are doing in this book. I hope I didn't spoil anything. Oh. No,
I
I think I didn't because it's knowledge that they need more of Andarna's kind to
yeah,
flare the stone.
yeah.
So I think I didn't spoil anything.
No, I think you're good. I listened to the regular audio for a little bit, and I think because I'd done the graphic for so long, I was getting to the point where I was like, I don't want to even continue the series, and I liked the series so much that I didn't want to feel that way, so I stopped and just waited. But
Yeah, I at a point I was like, should I DNF this book?
yeah, same.
Yeah, because but I'm talking about Onyx Storm, you know?
Yeah.
At a point I was really like, should I? And I'm like, no. I'm going to keep going because it's a most anticipating read for me for this year. So I need to keep pushing it to see if it gets just a little bit better in a way, you
Yeah.
know? So what I am thinking of doing the next time when the fourth book comes out is rereading all of them just so that all of the information is fresh in my mind so that I don't go into the fourth book just like I did with our Onyx Storm, which is basically I didn't remember anything that happened
Yeah.
into the last book.
I think that's going to be smart because I think I heard you say the other day that it's probably going to be about 2 years before the fourth one comes out. So we may have a group that will want to do that too. I think that's smart. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, I'm excited to hear how it ends for you when we come back. I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, I will definitely. If I am listening on while we are on live and I'm here, if I have to cry because I have already cried on my sprint, you will see me like.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'll prepare myself for the same. Oh goodness. Well, how is Reset-athon in general going for you so far?
It's going well. I did already 2 things out of my comfort zone. So one of them was on the first day. I think I shared in there, which was going to one of my coworkers' birthday dinner, which I didn't know anyone besides her, and Klaus also wants to join, obviously. And like that was myself putting myself out there for the first time. And today I went to the gym with like a sports bra and shorts, which is something that I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So I also will put that into putting myself out there because it's something that I wouldn't normally do. I'm trying to be a little bit more adventurous this month, let's say like that. So, but yeah, it has been fun. How is it going for you?
It's slow. This is July is in the first couple of weeks of August are my last 7 weeks of grad school. So I've been really trying to focus on that. But as I'm listening, I'm trying really hard to at least have on everyone's sprints just to support from at least watch time, if not commenting. But there's been a couple of things that I've done. And now that you've said working out of your comfort zone, I applied for a promotion last week, which is not something that I really anticipated feeling like I deserved to do. But I did. And regardless of how it turns out, like I've kind of ripped that Band-Aid off. And just trying really hard because work has been really hard lately. And with the encouragement of my husband and then like my sort of work bestie trying to stand up for myself more. And that is way outside my comfort zone. Like I'm the kind of person that's like, just whatever you need, it's fine. I'll figure it out. And they're really strongly encouraging me to stand up for myself and, kind of be strong in my thoughts and opinions. And that's been very, very hard, but also very rewarding.
That's nice.
So I'm probably going to I will give myself a Tetris piece for that, because as you were talking about that, I was like, wait a minute, I've done some things outside of my comfort zone too.
Yes.
So I've got the buddy reads down pat, for this one. I've got, our pool is open, so I'll definitely get the water day in. I'm trying to balance Reset-athon, which is the purpose of it, right? With life and the stressors of life, and just trying to pepper in little things that I know that are gonna bring me joy. And summer is my season. Like I love summer, so the things that are on the list really are things that I typically do for self-care during the summer anyway. So I'm really looking forward to continuing on with checking some of those off.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm happy you are, like, even though in the middle of chaos, you are trying to enjoy life as much as possible. Yeah. Because I definitely understand that sometimes we are having such a chaotic life and days and so on, it gets hard for us to be able to balance with good things,
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to try to tackle Priory a little bit today. Like I said, work was great this morning, and then it just sort of hit chaos. And so I'm like, I need a breather. So I think after I drop my son off at work, I'm going to come back and work on Priory, because that is a chunker, and it's going to be, I've read the first couple, I would say probably 10 pages. And fantasy's not really my, it's not something that I'm used to reading, but I am first 10 pages.
Shocked.
I'm loving it. So I know, because that Fourth Wing series is the first like real fantasy I've ever read. And so now I'm like, give me all the fantasy. So
what can I give you? Have you read Shadowhunters? It's my baby, my. But it's depends on the series. Like the main one I don't enjoy as much. The other ones that she has done one that it's like past from the main one, and then one that is after the main one. I like all of those a lot more than the main one. The main one, it's a weird one, to be honest. But my favorite one is the one from Chain of Gold, Chain of Thorns, Chain of Iron, I believe.
Okay.
Which is perfect. I love it.
Yeah, Corey's trying to get me to read ACOTAR. So I do have that on my July TBR. So she's like itching for me to get started with that series. So
it's good.
But I'm very excited for Priory. I think if I can, I bought the second one on accident because I fell in love with the cover, and Corey was like, that's the second in the series. And I'm like, well, shoot, now I have to buy the first one. And then I ended up getting the new one on NetGalley that's coming out in September, and that cover is gorgeous too. So I'm like, well, now I'm invested.
Wait, the new one for ACOTAR?
No, for Priory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comes out in
Priory.
So
yes, I believe that it's why Didi is also doing this.
Yep.
And a lot of people, because like the third one comes in September.
Yep. So I'm excited to get into that one and see where we can. All right, let's hop into some comments. Looks like Shauna is here. Hello, Shauna. How are you? And Olivia is saying hello again. Shauna is currently reading Shameless by Lex Martin and 40% in. Nice. Hello to Jen from Livia. Hello to Shauna.
Wait, I believe Livia was saying hi to you.
Yeah.
It's just the way that you said it. It looked like that. Livia was saying hi to someone else.
Someone else. Yeah. Olivia just finished dinner, tortillas with minced meat. Nice. I have a little bit of a tangent. I like to cook, but I'm not great at it. And so obviously the more you do something, the better you get at it. Last night for book club, I made what we call in the South cowboy caviar, but it's like a corn and bean salsa, and it had corn and beans and cut up onions and red bell pepper and like lime and paprika, and it was so good. Like I was like, look at my knife skills, look at my
You should have shared it with us, and you can get the tetris piece for that.
Oh, can you?
Yes, because there is one that's like try a summer recipe or something like that.
Perfect. I will do that, and I'll post the recipe in the Discord. It was delicious. So delicious.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and the reason I thought about it is because I was like, that salsa would be so good on a taco.
Oh, nice.
Shauna has been working all day and starting to get a headache. Oh, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to read, but hoping to read quite a bit. Well, take some time and rest, get some hydration in. Definitely take care of you. Shauna is saying hi to Livia. Livia finished 10 chapters for Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm enjoying it. I don't really know what to do now. Gosh, that's a lot. I'm proud of you. Because it's a lot to read fantasy. I don't know if you're listening to it or reading it, Livia, but it's a lot to read 10 chapters in 4 days. That's impressive.
I think Livia is listening to the audiobook. And I think it was all of just today. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think so.
Nice. Well, that's quite impressive. Livia is excited to listen to the graphic audio of Onyx Storm in August. Nice. And Vanessa joined us. Hello. How are you today? Vanessa, if you're still here, or did you get today off or did you have to work? Hi to Vanessa from Livia and Dee Dee shimmying in. Hello, my dear. How are you? Hello to Dee Dee from Livia. Dee Dee has been helping their parent child today, so I'm lurking, but wanted to say hi. I appreciate you. Hi to Livia from Dee Dee and to Vanessa and Shauna from Dee Dee. Alex is here. Hi, Alex. How are you? Alex finished dishes before getting on here. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Good job. Good job. What are you going to be working on now? And are you feeling better? Hello to Dee Dee from Shauna. And Glenda joined us. Hello. How are you? I always love seeing Glenda in our chats. Hello to me, Beatrice, and everyone. Happy Friday. And to Glenda from Livia. Okay, Livia is listening to it and started it today. Nice. So, Livia, did you get this on Audible? Because I have it on Everand, but if I get it on Everand, then actually, you know what? If I moved, I might have just solved my own problem. If I moved, because Onyx Storm is in 2 parts, the graphic audio. So it's 2 unlocks. It's 2 credits for Everand.
That's.
I know. So if I end up moving Onyx Storm to August, then I could exchange it for Priory of the Orange Tree. And still have 1 left. So I might do that.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, because I really want to read it, but I want to read it with people. So I might move it to August so I can read it with the group. Is that your cat?
It is.
I have a cat.
That's why Klaus is there.
Oh, I have 2 cats. I've Tink, who is our white long-haired cat, and Corky is her like kitten child. I mean, he's older now, but that he sounds like that, like where it sounds like he's saying hello, but it's like that deep, like
he's just being trained in my butt, both of them, honestly, because what Apollo does, Apollo is my cat, by the way. He's like, Klaus is not very nice to him because Klaus has all of the energy. Apollo, he's like 7 years old, no longer has energy, just wants to be left in peace. So he comes to my windowsill to eat. But I just have one kind of food in there because which is like the dry one, because the wet one, I will not leave it here. It's too smelly for me to do it, so I didn't want to leave it here. And he's being picky, honestly.
Mm.
I gave him food already. He has eaten something. He's just now being a pain in the ass.
Oh, I love it. Glenda is reading Cross the Line by Simone Sultani, which is a romance, or King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby, which is a mystery thriller. Glenda, would you be interested in buddy reading S.A. Cosby's new book, Kingdom of Shadows or something like that? Let me know if you'd be interested in buddy reading that, because I ended up getting it on NetGalley, but I think it was released in June, maybe. So if you're interested, let me know and we'll set that up. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that actually might be his new one that she's reading. Hold on. Because there's one that's super popular by S.A. Cosby that I'm sure that she will answer before I can get to it. But let's see. The new one is called King of Ashes. Yeah. So never mind. Never mind, Glenda. You're already reading it. Hello to Olivia, Dee Dee, Alex, Shauna, and anyone I missed. And hello to Glenda from Dee Dee. Okay, Olivia's reading on Audible, but she said a minute ago, in Italy, it doesn't work with points. So they pay a monthly subscription to listen to all the books. That's amazing. That's amazing. Dee Dee really wants to read King of Ashes, but there's no way to get it in this month. Well, Dee Dee, if you want to buddy read, let me know, because I have it on NetGalley, and we can fit it in the fall if you want.
I was talking and I didn't notice I was muted.
Oh, sorry. What's up?
No, it's fine. I was saying that here in Portugal, I also believe that Everend is also subscription based, so we don't have like the points kind of system. At least the last time that I used it, it was like that.
They've changed it, at least in the States. They've changed it in the last couple of months. So it used to be like that for us, and then you can still get kind of their catalog, but it's honestly the catalog of, it's a lot of like nonfiction and like really old books. And even like I was even looking up some nonfiction for some career development, and they all require credits now. So with the subscription that I have now, you get 3 credits per month. It's $16, which is not bad for 3 credits, but it's frustrating when it comes to things like ACOTAR or Onyx Storm, because they're in 2 parts. So it's 2 credits instead of, but that I don't like, but
why would they do that? Honestly.
Yeah. So typically if I know I'm going to read a book like that, then I'll go ahead and use the 2 credits, and then I just save the 3rd one, but it's frustrating. And then I do Spotify. I pay for Spotify Premium, but that one you only get 15 hours a month. So I have to be strategic about that one too. But yeah,
I was able to find like a few, like randomly something that had a few audiobooks on a podcast, they called it.
Oh, okay.
It had a few audiobooks on Spotify. For example, they have First Time Caller, Daisy Jones and the Six. Let me see what else. They also had the Selection series by Kiara Cass.
Okay.
They had First Light Wins is also in there. And
really?
But the one that I was interested is This Is How You Lose the Time Warp. But like I just randomly found this. It like I wasn't even like searching for it. It was just so random. I was like, oh, that's fun. Let me add it to my thing.
Yeah, it's nice when you can find them free like that. Alex is feeling better. The 12 hours of sleep helped, but not 100%. Just going slow. That's all right. Going to finish Songbirds and then rewatch Thunderbolts after. Nice. Hello to Glenda from Alex. Dee Dee says, glad you're feeling better, Alex. Hello to Dee Dee from Alex. Dee Dee says, yes, King of Ashes is his new book. Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was thinking Razorblade Tears in my head. And as soon as I said it and went through all that, I was like, wait, I think that's his new one. Dee Dee wants to ring King of Ashes, but it'll be my first essay Cosby, although I do have Razorblade Tears, All the Sinners Bleed, and Blacktop Wasteland. Yeah, I haven't read it either, but I've heard he's incredible. So
I want to read Razorblade Tears.
I do too.
We can better read it all together.
Yeah, that sounds great. Vanessa is still here, was just taking a shower. Well, I'm glad that you are all sparkling clean now. Yes, let's buddy read Ashes together. Perfect. You just let me know when, because my whole year is available with figuring out how to fit in hardest reading challenge books. So I'll fit it in where we need to. I was telling, I don't know if you were there for that one on Dee Dee's last sprint when we were talking about that. I did my TBR through December twice and erased it twice. And then the last time I was so frustrated, not frustrated, just maybe overwhelmed that I deleted my entire Goodreads TBR. And just completely started from scratch, which was fine because it gave me an opportunity to upload all of the books or start uploading all of the books I own, because that was my issue. I got through December and I'm like, I only own like 3 of these books. Like, what's the point? So
yeah,
I wanted to try to work from my TBR, from my books that I own if possible. And Livia messaged me and like talked me off the ledge. And so I did July and August. And I feel good about it. I've made a couple of changes, but nothing that's like, dramatic like that before.
Yeah, I have also been trying to read like most of the books that I have for like any type of challenge, just because like if I am going to go out just like to purchase a book for that challenge, what is the point? Like, exactly. I need to find a way to fit the books that I have into a challenge. Exactly. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Just I noticed how many readathons I have done this year yet, and I haven't done basically anything besides like either Patreon readathons or like easier ones such as like TBR-athon and so on. Honestly, the tarot one, it's like the first competitive one that I'm doing, and I'm just taking my time.
Yeah, that's the way that I'm feeling about Herkied, is because, and the main reason I wanted to do that one is because so many of the prompts that Q has in there are way outside of what I normally read, and then some of them are even outside of my comfort zone. And I have been struggling with not being in school anymore, and like I have a little bit of angst about that. And so I was like, reading outside of my comfort zone and reading genres that I don't normally read, I think will be a good challenge for me and keep my mind busy. And I'm actually really looking forward to doing that, to reading things that I normally would shy away from, or
that's nice.
Like, I don't really read shifter stuff. I don't really, and so challenging myself to pick some of that up, I'm super stoked about.
That's nice. That is also one of the reasons why this year I decided to not do set TBRs, because like I ended up always reading the books that I want to read instead of like doing the set TBR. And like last year I participated in so many readathons that like the TBRs that I set wouldn't work anything for me. So this year I cut down on readathons and I'm mood reading. No more TBRs.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I like reading books that make me feel uncomfortable, because I think that helps you grow as a person and as a reader. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm trying not to like at the end of the day, if I can fully completed that challenge, it would be like 186 books, which is, I think the math was like 15 or 16 a month. That is so unreasonable, but
That is a lot.
I'm not pushing myself yet because I have to focus on this last course, but I'm giving myself the freedom to be able to, you know, pick up what I need to pick up when I need to pick it up, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
By December, I may just be like a walking zombie, but
yeah.
I'm only in competition with myself, so it's okay. Vanessa is saying hello to everyone who said hi to her. And Ren joined us. Hello, how are you? Hello to Vanessa from Glenda, and to Ren from Glenda, to Ren from Livia, and from Alex. Ren is saying hello to Glenda and Livia and Alex, and Dee Dee is saying hello to Ren, and Ren saying hello back. And Vanessa is saying, I like what Cordy does with the TBR changer. She doesn't change her TBR until she reads all the books. Oh. Okay, wait. I like what Cordy does with the TBR changer. She doesn't change her TBR until she's read all the books. Interesting. So does that mean that she sets a TBR and then doesn't move on until all those are read? Is that what that means?
I would say so.
Yeah. That's interesting. I am amazed at the creativity that has gone into that challenge. I don't know if you have watched the video or like kind of seen all of it.
I have not, but I need to go just for the curiosity of it. Like the biggest one that I'm doing this year is the R Fantasy one, and I'm doing okay in that one. Not the best, but also not the worst, let's say like that. I have checked off like 2 or 3 books that I said myself. But yeah, I will check that one out just so I can be like on the lookout, you know?
Yeah. I've been very amazed. And I will say it's the first time I watched the video, it felt very overwhelming because it's a lot, but I watched it a couple of times and I've kind of like immersed myself a little bit in the Excel sheet that they did. And I'm just amazed. It's just the creativity and the prompts and she really stretches you to push you outside of your box. And I love that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Hello to, Jody joined us. I was like, hello to, how are you, Jody? It's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well today. Ren is saying hello to Jody and from Livia, and Jody is saying hello to Bia as well. And Vanessa is saying exactly. Okay. That is some willpower, man. That is some willpower. Hello to Jody from Glenda. And Vanessa is saying that I believe Q's most recent video is TBR Changer. Okay, perfect. I've starred that comment, so I'll go back and check that out. Olivia says Q picks a TBR only after reading all the books on the previous one. Wow, that is dedication. Amazing. Willpower, I guess. Because I can be swayed to change books in a hot minute. If somebody suggests something and they're like, you have to read this, I'm like, all right, done. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ren thinks they can successfully read 30% of a set TBR before my mood shifts completely. Same. I am very much like that. Dee Dee says, I keep forgetting about our fantasy.
I have been remembered by it like recently, you know, not all the time. And I definitely am lacking in a lot of the books that I have put in there. But
so what is our fantasy?
Our fantasy, as far as I know, it's because, well, I'm taking part in it. It's a readathon for 1 year from April 1st, I believe, to March 31st.
Okay.
It's done in Reddit. That's why it's R fantasy, because it's from Reddit threads. And they set like a bingo board with 25 challenges. And you have easy mode, hard mode, and then you just have to go and fill it. As far as I know, I believe it's just with fantasy and fantasy, science fiction, and horror.
Okay. Nice. Hello to Jody from Dee. Olivia says, yes, it is Vanessa. It's on my watch later list. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to have to go check that out. Jody says, if I put a book on my TBR, it doesn't get read.
Like, that was me. I was starting to feel that a lot last year. So I just kind of ditched TBRs altogether. I'm actually thinking of doing a video on why did I choose to no longer make TBRs. So it just brings me much happiness. I can read whatever I want. I can read new books, old books, whatever. I don't have to pressure myself.
Yeah.
And also, if I read one book, it's fine. If I read two books, it's fine. If I don't read, that's not fine, but whatever. And I don't have like the pressure of, oh, I set the TBR and I haven't completed it kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. I think, my brain needs some structure. So I need to know, I do like to know somewhat of what's coming up next. But if I ever did go to that model, I think that I would be okay because our in-person book club, you know, they set their books pretty well in advance. So I would know something that's coming up. But that's
nice.
That might be a fun challenge in and of itself. Just 6 months or something. Don't pick a TBR. Just read wherever the wind takes you. I think that would be awesome. Maybe that's a future Reset-athon prompt. Just pick up a mood book.
Oh, I think we have one?
Oh, maybe.
Let me see. I'll check.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to pick a theme really quick. All right. So we have Ren with, I think I'll just mood read and then hope I fill our fantasy bingo board for. Yeah.
Okay, we don't
totally do that with like thrillers. Just read what if I ever did an exclusively thriller bingo board, I could probably do that with that, but
I think what is her name? Let me check. Give me 1 second. She is, I don't remember. Oh, Wicked Reading. She did like a full-on horror / thriller bingo board.
Oh, nice.
Inspired by our fantasy. I think it's our horror or something like that.
Okay. Nice. All right, let's see. We have Vanessa says, yes, it is willpower and dedication. Absolutely. Vanessa says, by the end of the month, I'm ready for a fresh set of books. Agree. Same Vanessa. Sometimes I can't even finish books that I started, so I soft DNF them. I'm bad about that. That's why I like the pause feature on Storygraph, because it lets me do that without.
Oh, that's nice.
Ren says you can also access the Our Fantasy Bingo board on Storygraph. Okay, that's where I track mine. Nice.
One of the participants did a challenge for Storygraph for it. Yeah.
Okay, nice. TBRs are also hard for me because I suffer from severe book FOMO. Everyone is reading The Hunger Games. I also want to read it. That's what got me into Fourth Wing. Was all of my booktube friends were reading it, and I was like, well, I want to read it now. So here we are. Now I'm hooked.
Yeah.
Vanessa says if she doesn't complete a TBR, they just move on. Same. That's a past Jenny problem. An incomplete TBR is not my problem today. That's how I ended up having lights out on my TBR. Same. Okay. So, oh my gosh, Ren. So again, Corey tried to get me to read Lights Out, and I was like, eh. And then Dee Dee went on and on about the audio of of Lights Out. And I was like, well, heck. And from the get-go, I was hooked. I didn't love Caught Up as much, but that's exactly what happened to me with Lights Out. And it's Dee Dee's fault. But I love that book, so it's fine. Jody likes readathons with prompts, but I pick them one at a time depending on my mood. Perfect.
Nice.
But it is what inspired my self-destruct list. So I wrapped all the books so if they don't get read by December, they get unhauled because clearly I didn't want to read it. So it's funny because when I watch these videos of yours, I get a little bit twitchy because you'll unwrap a book and I'm like, oh, I've heard that's amazing. And then I'm like, but don't not read it because I've heard it's good. So, give it a chance, but I mean, obviously things come up and, whatever. But when Vanessa unwraps a book and I'm like, oh, you should read that. And then I'm like, but she only has one more month to read it. And then she's got to let it go. But it's a cool idea. I like the idea of that because I think it forces you to read what you own, right? Instead of continuing to buy things that you may or may not need or want to read.
And especially nowadays with so many platforms such as, for example, in my case, I have Kobo Plus for 30 days right now. I'm trying to see if it's worth it or not. Yeah. And KU, you can easily access certain books that you would have to otherwise buy them. So definitely you will end up with an unnecessary, let's say like that, books that you don't pick up for a year, 2 years, 3 years. And then you're like, I know I'll never pick you up. So why the heck do I still have you?
Yeah, exactly. BIPOC. Did I say something wrong with this one? I was trying to go back.
I think you didn't read Ren's comment though. That's why.
No. So I read this one and I read this one.
The one that says, I think the only reading goal, I think it's the one that you didn't read.
I don't see that one. Oh, yeah, I don't see that one.
You don't? It's right below Vanessa's one.
Okay, so I have this one and I have Livia. This one's next. And then right below that one is this one about the Hunger Games. And then I have this one. And then this one.
Yeah.
And then Jody. And then this says ended up because that is fixing that. And then right here. Oh, I see it now. Okay. I see it now. Okay. I think the only reading goal that I maintain on a yearly basis is read 12.
I'm sorry. Let me just go see what is happening.
You're good.
1 second.
Sorry, Ren. So I think the only reading goal that I maintain on a yearly basis is read 12 books or more and have at least 60% of the books read by the end of the year have to be from BIPOC authors. Oh, nice. I like that. 60%. Okay, wait. Read 12 books or more and have at least 60% of them by the end of the year have to be from BIPOC authors. I love that. And I'm sorry that I skipped that. I apologize. Or didn't see it. That's amazing. I love that. I love a goal like that where you are reading from a group of, I love that. I love that you're whether it's indie authors or BIPOC authors, I love that. That's great. And I guess my question is, do you find that that's something that's easy to achieve for you? Ren says, Dee Dee and Paula also influenced me. Me? Little old me? I love it. Jody says, I love watching them too, Vanessa. I'm seriously thinking of doing the same thing with 12 books, one a month. Yeah, I do. I love those videos. It makes me sad that good ones don't always get read, but I get the point of it. I absolutely love them. I think it's an awesome idea. I did make a rule that I could keep 2 books out of the 30 that got unwrapped that didn't get read that month. Perfect. I haven't unwrapped any in a while. I wish I could remember the one that I was thinking where I was like, no, you have to read that. I'll have to go back and look. But there was one video in particular. I was like, no, don't pick this one. Don't pick that one. Vanessa hasn't unwrapped any in a while, but I think it's my goal in September to really prioritize them. I mean, that was a lot of work to put in to wrap all those books. So I would try to, I would try to prioritize them too. Ren says, am I under YouTube attack? No, it was me. I just didn't see it. I'm so sorry.
I'm back, by the way.
Never mind. Is everything okay?
Yeah, my dad was leaving and he didn't tell me that he was leaving. And we have the front windows open and I don't like when I'm alone with Klaus because I'm like my room is like I'm literally facing the back of the house.
Yeah.
I don't like to leave the windows with the space that he is able to go outside.
Yeah.
Because we don't have like a fence. So if he decides to jump what is the name?
Like the fence?
It's not the fence. So the balcony. If he decides to jump the balcony, which it's not that big, honestly, he could. And he's a reactive dog. And I'm always afraid if like someone comes too close or something like that, he will jump and basically just attack the person or dog. So once I am home alone, I like, although the windows are still open, I'll leave something like this big. So he doesn't. Yeah.
Nice. Ren says, for me, it's super easy, but I read a lot of books from my home country, which is South Africa. And that also helps me lean into more translated works. Nice. Jody says, Hermie, Paula, and Dee Dee. So I may hit you up then, Ren, because one of the prompts for her kid is you basically pick your country. So I may message you and see if you have some recommendations for South Africa. Jody says, Hermie, Paula, and Dee Dee can talk me into almost anything. I do love it, though. It makes me read different books than I normally do. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm in 3 of the 4 buddy reads are with Paula and Dee Dee.
So fun fact, actually, Laura and I am doing something that I might suggest for the next level of Reset-athon that we do with all of the hosts, which is Laura is actually going to control my last week of Reset-athon. So that would be fun that we could all do that kind of together.
Dee Dee and I have talked about doing that with Livia, where Livia picks what we read for the week. I think that would be so fun to do that. Have somebody else pick what you read for that week. Vanessa said it was probably Hidden Pictures. And now that you're saying that, I think it was. I really like that book a lot. But the book that you're getting ready to read, We Used to Live Here, is so good.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am reading it for Tarot Readathon. It's my first prompt. And that is because I got the one that says mixed media on it, and I like just browsed through any of like my horror books, and normally those have mixed media involved, and this one has a few things of that, so I was like, nice. And then our like kind of game challenger, also this one fits, so I'm quite happy, and it's so floppy, so
it's so good. I think you'll really enjoy it.
And I love horror. So besides fantasy, horror is the genre that cannot go wrong for me. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's very good. Vanessa said that's the one that she kept. Perfect. Okay, hang on, it's being slow. Well, while it's catching up, Ren said StreamYard was doing this for somebody else the other day. Oh, there it goes. But I guess English would count as a translated work for me, but I read in English exclusively, so I don't really count books in English as translated.
So I count books in Portuguese that the main, for example, Legend Board, it's the one that comes to my mind. Since it was written in English, because I read it in Portuguese, I count it as a translated work.
Yeah.
I don't think that was what Ren meant, though. Oops.
Well, I think their English is their second language, but because they read primarily in English, that's why they don't count it.
Mm.
But so what you're saying would go for Ren if they read a book that was in a South African dialect
Yeah.
as opposed to English. Yeah. Ren has all the South African recs. Perfect.
Nice.
It would be fun. Oh, and I can get an Italian. I could get a Portuguese rec from you. I could get an Italian rec from Livia. Okay, perfect. I might just
I need to think, like, it's not that easy to find a Portuguese book besides classics for us that is translated. And honestly, our classics, they tend to be boring.
Really?
Because we have to read them for school. So a lot of, like, our classics, they are.
Yeah.
But it might be due to the fact that I also read them forcefully. So not willingly. So that might also be like where my kind of like idea comes from.
Gotcha. So are most of the books that you all find originally in English and translated to Portuguese?
Yes. So
Okay.
we do also have quite a few writers in Portugal, although they are not demographically for my target. Only like one or two, and I don't tend to, and normally they are more focused like on romance, but not like romance when it comes to love, more romance when it comes to like the aspect of the book being like a romance type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ren says they can drop them in the chat or Discord, whatever works for you. Perfect. I will definitely let you know. And Alex loves to live here also. Jody really needs to read more translated books. It's not something I tend to read. Same.
So the ones actually that I would recommend the most would be like Asian ones. Like they have a very different mindset. They tend to do like smaller books instead of like big books like we are used to. So and they have different like cultural aspects, which is what attracts me so much to those ones.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one is the Yonamdang bookshop.
Oh yeah.
I love that one, but it's not for everyone. You also have the Delegard's Dream Department Store. It's very good.
Okay. I have the other one on my TBR as well. Dee says, I want to reread We Used to Live Here. It was so good. I really enjoyed the audio. Agree. The audio was super good. The Morse code at the end was Chef's Kiss. Yeah. And I listened to it and read it on Kindle, and I agree. Like that combination, especially because of the mixed media, was so good. Same thing with Hidden Pictures. I listened and read that one on Kindle because there's some mixed media in there that's, as the book progresses, becomes more important. And that one's really good too. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And that one's horror as well. Hidden Pictures is. Judy says, me too, Jody. I just finished The Little Prince, and that one's translated from French. I did have that one on my list at one point. Vanessa picked up Little Prince after someone recommended it to me on a sprint. Jody, was it good, Dee? Thinking of getting it from the library. How did you find it, Dee? From Livia. Did you like it? Jody says, Les Mis is a translated work, right? Yes, that is a translated work as well.
From French, if I'm not wrong also.
Yeah, I think you're right. Alex says, We Used to Live Here was my first horror book that actually scared me. Nice.
Have you read... God, I'm sorry. Close is the... Have you read September House? Because September House, it's paranormal enough where it's fun, it's horror, and also a little bit of psychological. It's so good.
Okay. I'll add that. I've heard of, I think Bree from the Bookstrovert, Bree read that one and really enjoyed it. And somebody, maybe Vanessa, but somebody else read it in September.
Danny also read it. She was the one that recommended it to me.
Oh, perfect. From Danny Dabbles?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Judy says, it felt slow reading it at first because I didn't get why people think highly of it, but then something just clicks, and I can honestly say it's a book I'll keep thinking about. Wow.
For
Okay.
us, it's a child's book.
That's what the cover looks like, a kid's book.
It's a kid's book here in Portugal. It's
Yeah.
it's like one of those books that you hear talking and read to you since you are just a little kid. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's those type of books we have in here. We also have a big like author kind of like group for kids books. So it's what mainly a lot of like the authors in Portugal decide to read. No, right.
Okay, nice. Livia says, yes, Les Mis is French. Vanessa says, one of my friends on YouTube has a deep dive video of We Used to Live Here that the author reposted. Wow, nice. Yes, it's originally French, so I'm going to get the original to try to practice my French reading. Nice. That's a great challenge.
And The Little Prince is not that hard where you are not able to keep up with it, especially if you also have like the English copy. So you should be able to keep up quite easily.
Yeah, I remember that there was a conversation recently about just that thing, if being able to do, and that I think the question actually was recommending a book so that Dee Dee could practice French, and that was the one that was recommended was Little Prince. That's so cool, Vanessa. Yeah, that's very cool. It's a book with layers. Nice. Check out Kimberly Reads. Perfect. I will start that one as well. I would be interested in watching that for sure. Olivia says it's a book that you can read as a child and then reread it as an adult.
As an adult, you will. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
You, as an adult, you will find the layers of it. As a child, you will just like think high, like the surface of the book.
Gotcha. That's cool. That's very cool. And then Dee Dee says, yes, it has so many layers and still so relevant for today. Gosh, y'all are just making my Hykrid Herkid TBR so easy. I love it.
I can find one in Portuguese. Like I just need to search to see what is translated. There is one, and she wrote fantasy, which is a book that I have. I wish it was translated to English so I could like give that recommendation. It's a very middle of the road book, but it's high for a Portuguese author in my opinion. I just really need to find something that I can recommend to you from Portuguese.
Okay, perfect.
Are you okay with classics though?
So I'm gonna say I don't know if I know how to answer that, only because it's not. Classics aren't something that I have typically read, but I'm interested for sure.
I'm just asking because we have an author that he was a literature prize Nobel winner.
Okay.
Yeah, Nobel Prize in the literature. So it might be one of the easier ones for me to recommend. Although his writing style, it's one of the hardest ones also because he doesn't punctuate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
I don't think, no, it's covered. I think. No, it's not. Can you see this yellow one here? That's his book. It's like this.
Oh, it's big.
It's big without punctuation. We are forced to read it for school actually, and like our exams in 12th grade can be of that book. And basically, the book is about incest.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird, but that is true.
Yeah. Well, I'm up to try it. No problem. All right. I'm going to get my Flocus set up here. I am going to do 45 minutes because we talked a lot longer than I expected to.
Of course.
And that will give me plenty of time to get him to work and come back. So I will start Edie's comment so we'll know where to come back. And I'm going to change where we are. Okay, well. Okay, that works. Are you good with 45?
Yeah, that's fine for me. I just what might happen if I think my mom only lives at 9, but if anything happens, I will just like kind of disconnect my camera or just message you saying, Jen, I need to leave for a moment to have dinner. That's
No problem.
Just it.
No problem. All right, perfect. Well, we will see everybody back in 45. Happy sprinting, and we will see you soon. Welcome back.
Hello.
How did that sprint go for you? Did you finish?
Good. I haven't,
Okay.
but because I had dinner. So
Yeah.
like at a certain point I heard like my mom coming home and I was like, is she home already? And she was, so we just went to have dinner. So I just got here actually from dinner.
Perfect. What'd you have? Did you cook or go out?
No, we had, so my mom works at a coffee shop, so they have like soup every day. So my dad, when she went to leave her at work, my dad brought like a dose of soup kind of thing. And
Nice.
we had that with, I don't know how the name of this is in English. So the literal translation is fresh cheese, but it's not fresh cheese because I have searched for it, but I don't know what it is called in English. So we had that, and then because it was my mom's birthday yesterday, we had cake
Nice.
again.
That's awesome.
Let me see. But I will finish it next sprint for sure.
Perfect. I see if that. Oh, nope. Don't want that. Don't want that. All right, we'll figure that. Oh, can I move this? I wonder. Nope, can't move that. Oh well. I was gonna try to make this whole thing visible, but it's okay. I dropped my son off at work and came back and I make this pesto pasta salad at the summertime, and it's basically like cheese. I either use cheese or chicken tortellini, but I'd use cheese this time because I know that the host's son is vegetarian.
Oh.
So I use cheese tortellini with pesto, and then I do like the little, like we call them grape tomatoes here, the little tiny tomatoes, and chopped up red onion or purple onion, and then something else I put in it. Oh, I call them baby mozzarella, but like the little mozzarella pearls. And I had to taste test it. So I had some of that, and then I think I'm at 6% in Priory of the Orange Tree. So
is it good? Like I believe the book is going to be good because such a chunker and having such good representation in like YouTube and so on, it should be good. But I'm like, is it that good? Is it good?
Yeah, I tried to find the audio because I think this is going to be one that I'm going to have to read very slowly. Because my brain doesn't absorb like the names and the sort of fantasy world concepts very well. So, which is why I was really hoping for an audio because that helped me a lot with Fourth Wing. But I'll just go slower and it'll be okay. And I can use the weekends to catch up if I need to. But I don't want to read it just for the sake of reading it. I want to read it and kind of understand it. So I'm going to take a little bit of take my time a little bit. And but yes, I feel like when I think a book is good is I can see it playing out in my mind, and I can do this book. So
nice.
So good. Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to finishing or to, working through this. I'm excited. So we left off here and I was just letting the chat know that I was going to run and take my son to work. I'd be back on camera soon. And of course it was so funny because I got in the car and I was like, wow, I haven't sprinted in over a month and I didn't forget anything. And I was sitting there and I was like, I forgot the timer. So I ran back in and saw this. And anyway, so yes, I got in the car and remembered. But I was so proud of myself for a split second.
That is good. And it was not as much to the point that I did notice it. So
yeah, it was just a couple minutes. So it was fine. But anyway. And then I saw this and Alex, I hope you're still here and can help me understand. I got my call pile updated. What is a call pile?
So call pile is a rating system it was created by G over on Book Roast. Basically, it's for characters. The C, A is for atmosphere. W is for, I don't remember. P is for plot. I is for intrigue. L and E. I have it in my
So it's
old bullet
basically a
journal.
way, like a kind of a way to rate your books.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's I used to do it, but I stopped because it was too mathematical for it. So characters, atmosphere, writing
Mhm.
style, plot, intrigue, logic, and enjoyment.
Wow.
Basically what it does is you rate 1 to 10 each one of them, and then you calculate everything, you add and then divide by 7, and then it gives you like a certain type of like conversion. Don't know if you can see it very well.
Hold
It
on.
will
I'll
not
make you
focus
bigger.
most likely. So oh, it's okay. To be honest, this is not going to focus.
Okay.
So basically, like this is everything that the compile is in here. It's not so noticeable. Then in here, it's like how you rate. So 0 to 2, it's very poor. 3 to 6 is middle. 7 to 9, it's really good. And then 10 is outstanding. And then you go in here.
Thanks.
And when you divide like all of the things by 7, it will give you like a rating kind of situation. So 0 to 1, it's no stars. 1.1 to 2.2, it's 2 stars. 2.3 to 4.5 is 2 star. No, I'm sorry. 1.1 to 2.2, it's 1 star. Then 2.3 to 4.5, it's 2 stars. 4.6 to 6.9, it's 3. 7 to 8.9, it's 4. And 9 to 10, it's 5.
Wow.
It's for me, I just stopped doing it because it was too mathematical for me to read books.
Mhm.
And I do prefer to read books a lot more on enjoyment and vibes, because it's like the way that I felt. And I sometimes don't take like the writing style into consideration, or I don't take like
Mhm.
the whole plot or intrigue of the book into consideration. And I'm like, this is too much for my brain just to read a book. So I went back to vibes.
I love it. That's cool. I'll have to check that out. Who did you say that was from?
G from Book Roast.
Okay. Perfect. That's really cool.
It's the one that creates Aurelium.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, Alex got their call pile updated and ready for filming the video tomorrow. Then took more time. That took more time than I thought. It's okay.
Like
then,
yesterday. Oh, sorry.
Nope, you're good. Go right ahead.
Like yesterday, I started to organize a few things like in my planner. But I only decided to do this when I went to bed. So I was in bed like writing stuff, and I was like, okay, I believe I have things kind of figured out when I have to film certain videos and edit them. So I believe it's fine.
Yeah, that happened with me the other night. I was updating something and I was like, I'll just keep going. And then I looked up and it was after midnight. I was like, I have to be up at 5 o'clock. Let's maybe not do that.
Yeah.
That's my cute husband. That's Bia.
Oh.
You're gonna get lots of people saying hi to you. Okay.
Hi. No, what are you doing? What doing over there?
We just got done with a sprint and we're catching up on the comments. Yep.
Cool.
I'm the friend, one of them from the other
Yes.
side of the ocean.
Yes. Bia's from
Super
Portugal.
cool. Oh, cool. My boss is Portuguese.
Oh, nice.
Is she really? Lisa? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they own a hotel over there or something. I was
Oh.
like, you should just go live there instead of dealing with corporate America stress.
That's cool.
All right. Well, oh, sorry. Here you go. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, bye.
Hi.
Donna joined us. Hello, everyone. Just woke up from a nap and going to buddy read chapters of Caught Up, as I still have not done that. But I did play The Sims earlier. Donna, how are you liking Caught Up? What are your thoughts so far?
Oh, I hear dog.
Yeah, that was Ellie, and the other one is, well, he is from behind the couch. Hello to Donna from Glenda. Hello to
By the way, I just heard like the pause on
The pause,
the
yeah.
floor.
The pause, yeah. That was Ellie.
Cute.
Hey to Glenda from Donna. Happy 4th, everyone, from Christina. All the reminders to hydrate, feed yourself, check the laundry, take your meds. I did do that this morning. I do need to do laundry, though. That's a weekend problem, though. Stretch, show some love to the like button, and make sure you sub and ring the bell so that you will hopefully get notified. And it's YouTube did its thing again. I went to look for one of Vanessa's videos and realized that it had unsubscribed me from her. So I did resubscribe back to Vanessa during that sprint. Hello to Christina, and same to you. Hello to Alex from Donna. I am so excited for Alex to sprint tomorrow.
Yes, I am excited.
Yeah.
I have never I am wanting to join, but Alex starts at 1 p.m. my time, which is lunchtime here, or at least for me and my family. So, and then I have to go do a quick errand to the supermarket. If not tomorrow, I'll do it on Sunday. It's fine, or even on Monday. But we need to get a few things. Other than that, I'll be there.
Yeah, I think if they share the link, I'll probably hop on too. I think that'll be fun. Let's see. And then hello to Alex from Donna. Alex finished Songbirds. Yay! Going to bed now. Have a good rest of sprints, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. And Double N Jen joined us. Oh, you changed your profile. I like that. How are you doing today, my friend? How's school going? Hopefully everything's going well with that. Hello to Faithful. How are you, my dear? Shauna got to 50%. Nice. That was good progress in 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Glenda says, good night, Alex. Take care and sleep well. And hello to Double N, Jen, and Faithful. And hello back to Glenda. And Sweet Claire joined us. Hello, friends. How's everyone doing? I'm good now. I had a little bit of a tough time with work earlier, but it was one of those things where I was like, I'm just going to not do anything. I'm just going to cancel everything. And I was like, no, Jen, sprints makes me happy. Being with all of you makes me happy. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. And I'm glad that I did, because I feel calmer now, and I feel happy now. So how are you doing to answer Claire's question?
I'm good. I just had dinner, so I feel a lot better. I just want to finish Onyx Storm.
Yeah. I agree.
That is because the reason why it's because I'm so excited to read this one.
I'm so excited for you to read that one too. I really
the only reason that I wanted to DNF Onyx Storm was because I really want to read you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to live here, and I was like, I'm missing out. I want to read the book.
Oh, I love it. Are you the type of person that can read more than one book at a time, or are you one book and done?
No, one book and done. But that's mainly because right now I'm on vacation, obviously.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here. But even while I'm working, it's one and done, because I don't have the time to even do anything else. My work, although I work from home, I'm currently in a point where if I have too much not breaks, but too empty space, let's say between calls, they will put me in emails. So I don't have time even.
Oh, wow.
Because I was upskilled, so because I was upskilled, if
There's
I
more
am
responsibility.
Yeah, if they have the need to clean the inbox, let's say that, I will come to the rescue in that.
Gotcha.
If they need the help clean up the queue, I will go to the queue.
Yeah.
For calls.
Do you typically work out before work or after work?
Before, because I leave at midnight, so the gym is already closed.
Gotcha.
Because I work in American time, so I start to work at 2 to 3 p.m. my time, and then leave 11 to midnight. So that would be...
That's like an 8 to 5 my time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah. give or take.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I believe it should be because like the lines open at 1 p.m. our time. So since I enter at 2, it should be 9 a.m.
Okay.
Or if when I enter at 5, at 3, it's like 10.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time figuring out that balance for myself, whether to go in the morning or in the afternoon. And I like going in the morning and getting it done, but I don't I'm not an early morning person. So, and I know it's a difference, but
I cannot be early morning because I work so late.
yeah.
So like I have had a lot of people telling me like, although you are doing the time job that you are doing, you basically, your day is like as if you would be doing like a normal day kind of thing, because I get up at 9, 10, like depending on how tired I am.
Right.
And then I only go to bed at like midnight to 1. So that's normally, as far as I'm aware, normal time frames between people to go to bed here. So
all right. Oh yeah, I was just curious. I was, like I said, I'm just trying to figure that out for myself. So
I love to work out in the morning. It's when I have the most energy, so that is the best for me. If I was doing a different type of job, I would definitely go in the afternoon, but because I am the job that I have, I prefer to go in the morning. I have the most energy, the most like capacity to do whatever I might want to do, and then I can just relax when I leave work. But even if I was going after work, the gym is closed.
Yeah.
So-
At midnight, yeah. Well, cool. Ren made it to 25% of Immaculate Conception by Ling Ling Wang, which is an audiobook. Probably switching over to The Witch and His Crow by Ben Alderson, which is an ebook. In the next sprint, currently 21% in with that one. Nice. About the same for each one. Hello to Claire from Ren and to Faithful from Ren. Glenda says, hi, Claire. I'm good here. How about you? From Ren, we have hellos to Shauna and Double N Jen and Donna. No, did I say that right? Shauna, Double N Jen, and Donna, and Christina. Faithful saying hi to Ren. Claire saying, have been feeling a little bit slumpy with reading recently, but I'm excited to start my summer ween TBR. So hopefully I find some good books. I hope so too. It's nice when you can find a reading or a read along or a reading challenge that you're excited about. And hopefully that will help you come out of that slump a little bit.
To me, what helps me come out of a slump, normally it's any book that excites me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Faithful says, hello to my hubby. Ren says, hello, Mr. Bookish Boutique.
Love it.
Hi, Molly. How are you? Welcome in. Ren saying hi to Molly. It's funny that he popped in because every time I've said, do you want to pop in and say hi? He's like, I don't want to be on screen. So made me happy that he popped in. Molly says, feed myself? Well, okay. Ice cream bar, here I come.
Nice.
Hello to, so my son, and this is gross to me, but my son recently, he's trying to find snacks and like things to fill cravings that are higher in protein. And he discovered this thing. I don't know if it was Instagram or TikTok or wherever, where you mix like cartoned egg whites with chocolate, sugar-free chocolate syrup. And like you just shake it really well, and it's supposed to taste like chocolate milk. And I can't get over the thought of drinking raw egg whites like that.
Okay. Yeah, I that part I understand. That. With eggs, and especially like my eggs come from my backyard.
Yeah.
Like I am very picky. My eggs need to be very, very, very well done, especially if it's like fried eggs.
Yeah.
But a good way for snacks, it's cottage cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in pancakes, in like muffins and so on. It's really nice.
Yeah. And we substitute Greek yogurt for a lot of things too, which
helps.
helps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, maybe you can just have something that's not raw egg whites, please. I would really appreciate that.
Other than that, I just take protein powder in yogurts.
Okay. Oh, okay.
If it's like the natural kind that doesn't have any flavors, since they are bitter, like I am currently taking vanilla protein powder and it's very sweet, so it kind of makes the yogurt digestible for me, so I can eat it. I'm eating protein and I can eat the yogurt, so win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. Christina is saying hello to Glenda, Alex, Ren, Molly, Faithful. Hey, Molly from Glenda. Double Engine says, I'm in a math class. Ooh. Boo. Otherwise, great. Oh, I hope it's not too bad. Glenda's saying hello there to hubby. This is the sprinting spreadsheet. I'm going to be ending around 6. And so we've got after 6 or so, I think we have Frank Fiction coming up, Brooklyn Reads, Jenna the Soul Writer, and then Neva coming in after that. And she will probably go quite some time through the night if you need more reading and productivity throughout the evening. And this is the Reset-athon Level 3 Reading Sprints playlist. This is where you can find all of the host content for Reset-athon Level 3, vlogs, announcements, all the things. And as we're adding on sprints, they're added to the playlist. So just refresh every couple of days and you should be good to go.
I don't think that the sprints playlist has videos. We have made 2 this time around.
Okay, perfect. So correction on my part, this is just sprints.
Yes.
Donna has read 1 chapter and so far so good. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Claire said, we used to live here on my summer reading TBR. I can't wait to read it. Claire, if you have not also read it, I would consider Hidden Pictures as well. It's very good. And I actually read a horror recently called What the Woods Took.
Oh, yes.
It was I don't vibe very well with horror, but it was very, very good. I was pleasantly surprised.
It's on my wish list in books. So basically what happened last year, while there was the boycott of SM publisher, SMP, I believe.
Yes.
This book is by them, and at September, something like it came out in the last part of the year. And while I was doing a little research, when everything came down on me in regards of my readathon that I hosted last year for the Goddess Complex in September, I was kind of not say mistreated, but just because I had a book by SMP in the host's recommendations, I had to deal with a few things in regards to it, but everything is fine now. But then I had to be quite careful with what books I was going to be talking about. This book was in my most anticipated releases for the end of last year because that cover is so nice.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Very, very good.
Nice. I am adding it to my TBR again so that I don't forget about it.
Hello to Ren from Donna. Donna says, late to the convo, but hi, Jen's husband. Hi, Donna from Christina. And remind me who this is.
Bella. I believe.
Okay. Bella, let us know if that's not correct, but hello and welcome in. It's nice to have you. Oh, and yes, it is. There you go.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Welcome in, Bella. I'm glad to have you. Hello, Jean. How are you? Hello to myself and Bia. Hey to Bella and Jean from Glenda. Bella has been out since 5. It's now 10 now, so I'm going to listen to Queen of Shadows. Nice. Is that part of the Red Queen series, Queen of Shadows? I don't think so.
I think I will search.
Okay.
I'm the searcher when I launch sprints.
Chris,
It's
Donna's
Throne of
saying
Glass.
Throne of Glass. Okay, perfect.
It's the fourth one.
Okay, cool. Well, Bella, how are you liking that? I'm intrigued by the Throne of Glass and Crescent City, but I'm quite intimidated. So, how are you enjoying that one?
Same. I have all of Crescent City, but I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah. I know Hermie and Alex were reading that one, but and I don't know that I have the time to commit to that right now, but I'm very interested in reading it, but I'm scared too.
They're chunky ones.
Yeah.
And Throne of Glass, to me, it's just because it's such a long series that I'm like,
yeah.
And they get bigger by the book, and I'm like, I hate when authors do that.
Oh, that's funny. Ren says, I'm pro evening workout. Okay, the shower after the gym, then straight to bed rut is fantastic. Yeah, I like to run in the evenings because it like helps me get the stress out. But to do an actual like in gym workout, I don't know. For some reason, mornings are great, but again, I don't love getting up that early. But I will say the couple of times recently that I've done weightlifting in the morning, I've PR'd. So there's something to be said about having that energy in the mornings.
Weightlifting is the morning is superior.
Yeah, I agree. Jean says, going to be reading the Vampire Knitting Club. Perfect.
Oh, that's such a nice, love that name.
Double N Jen saying hello to Jean, Christina, Glenda, and Donna. Hello to Bella and Jean from Ren. Hello to Christina from Bella. Hello to everyone from Jean. Just knock it all out in one go. Hey to Donna from Bella. Hello to Ren from Bella. Double N Jen from Donna. Ren from Double N Jen. Bella from Donna, Shauna from Christina, Jean from Bella, Double N Jen from Bella, Molly from Double N Jen. Jean says I might nap because my cold seems to be back again. Oh no. I'm sorry. Yes, definitely get some rest. Donna is going to order from their favorite Greek restaurant for dinner. Nice. What do you have?
You have to share, Donna. Share it on the Discord.
Yeah, my friend that I'm going to their house tonight, they found a new Greek restaurant in our town.
Ooh.
And she said that the grape leaves were incredible. So
nice.
Yeah, that will definitely be added to our rotation. Jean just realized that they blended Jen and Double N Jen into one person. No worries. We're all the Jens here, so it's totally fine. And speaking of which, Double N Jen is crashing their daughter's boyfriend's family barbecue today. I've been invited before, but finally decided to go. Nice. Big outgoing family and very nice. Oh, I hope you have the best time. That's
the fact that they are nice, it's the best, to be honest.
Yeah. And that you've been invited, that's great. That's amazing. Like that doesn't happen in extended families like that. So that's awesome. Glenda says, oh no, Jean, sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. Feel better soon. Double N Jen says they're going on 3 years in December, so I figure this is going to last, so why not? I love that. Glenda says that's good to hear, Double N Jen. Have fun and happy eating.
Yes. Also, everyone can now take off the dual barbecue.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I will be able to do that tonight.
Because you are all doing barbecues. But I am also doing one. Well, not
Are you?
My dad. My
Nice.
dad is going to do barbecue chicken because we just changed like the dining room tables yesterday. We say it's my mom's present, but actually it's not. It's just the old one needed a revamping. It was like falling apart. It was like 28 years old, and like the wood eating bugs were getting to it. So my parents bought a new table and it arrived yesterday. So now the old one is to be burned. So I was like, maybe you can do chicken, like barbecue chicken. And my dad was like, okay, I will.
That's perfect. Double N Jen says that her daughter always comes home and tells her what they ate and they get so jealous.
Oh, nice. Well, not nice for the jealousy part, but nice that you are going to experience it this time.
Exactly. Hello to Glenda from Bella. Ren says, I thought it would be like a weird protein powder ice cream, but egg whites, I don't think I can commit to the act. I find raw eggs gross for some reason. Yeah, I couldn't watch him drink it. And I was like, I said, you have to tell me that's disgusting. He's like, no, it's actually pretty good. I'm like, it's one of those things because he's a teenager. Is it good because it's good, or is it good because you don't want to admit you were wrong? But the carton of egg whites is almost gone, so I'm assuming that he actually did like them.
Oh.
Yeah. And Ren is writing down all the horror recs. Perfect.
Perfect person. I'm sorry to be like sharing another people's like YouTube channel. The perfect person for horror recs is Denny from Denny Devils.
Yes.
She and a Wicked reading, because her channel is also mainly horror. She recently did like girly hot girly recs, horror recs for summer.
Wow, that's cool. I've kind of thought that I wanted to be similar to that, where like, you know, I'm like the person that recommends all the psychological thrillers, but I'm not quite there yet. I'll get there. I love that book, Jen. I assume you're talking about What the Woods Took, probably. But yeah, if that's the one you're talking about, it was very, very good. And it's a shifter, which also is not something that I read often. So the horror plus the shifter, it was great. I had a good time. And the one thing that I will say very loosely, the one thing that I did like about the book is that I don't know that the ending was like a shocker, but it certainly wasn't like a standard ending. Like they wrapped it up pretty well, but it wasn't like it wasn't a standard sort of canned ending, right? It was. I liked that it was different, but at least for me, it may be different for people that read that type of genre often. But for me, I was like, okay, that was a kind of a cool ending. I like that.
Nice.
Feel Better Soon, Jean from Faithful, and Christina from Faithful. Thank you, Faithful, from Jean. Donna says, Hermie, Alex, and I are coming
2026
for a read-along for the Throne of Glass series. Okay.
Sign me in. Sign me in.
I will be done with school. Sign me up, friend.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Jean has only read the first Crescent City. So, Donna, are you doing the like Crescent City, Throne of Glass sort of alternating reading, or just Throne of Glass? If you're still here.
Oh.
Jean
because if it is with Hermie and Alex, they have already read Crescent City, so they should just be doing Throne of Glass, I'm assuming. Okay.
That's totally fine too.
Says someone that doesn't know much.
I don't know what this means. Do you know what this means?
Oh, yes. It's the one where you said PR'd, like the PRs from the gym.
Oh, so a PR is it's like a personal best. And so like with weightlifting, if the highest weight you've ever done, like if I do a deadlift, if the highest I've ever done is 150 and I hit 155, that's called a PR, like a personal best. And we just call it a PR. They do it in running too. Like if when I do a lot of 5Ks, or I've done a couple of 10Ks and a couple of halves. So if my time is less than my best time, it's a PR.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which, fun fact, I have done 3 half marathons, the Disney ones, and then I've done a ton of 5Ks, but I did my first 10K, not this past April, but the April before, in Charleston, which is kind of like a coastal city here in South Carolina. And it was a bridge run. So there's this famous bridge in South Carolina, and you run over it and run through the city. And I had a goal. I took my quickest 5K and doubled it, which was like maybe an hour and 45 minutes or something like that. And that was my goal for the 10K, because obviously 2 5Ks equals a 10K, give or take.
Yeah.
And I ended up, my goal was an hour and 45 minutes, and I ended up doing it in an hour and 24. So very, very pleased with that time.
That's so nice. I cannot run.
Nope. I don't look like I run, but I do, and I love it. So
no,
I don't care.
I really cannot run. I wish I could, but because of my heart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I hate the doctor for taking it from me.
Oh.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like I run before. So it's fine.
Yeah.
But when I was diagnosed, I wanted to start running marathons. So that was sad, but it's fine.
Yeah. Hello to Faithful from Bella. Hello to Double and Jen from Christina. And to Christina says, oh no, Jean, about her cold. Red says Greek food sounds amazing. Donna says, I will. I tend not to get the Greek food. Chicken Caesar pita with an Oasis poutine. Okay, perfect.
Oh.
Faithful is going for a picnic on Sunday as long as the sun stays out. So you'll get a Tetris piece for that as well.
Exactly. And by the way, the barbecue was honestly done for the Americans. It was my idea, and because I know that you all in this time of year do a lot of barbecues, I was like, let me throw it out there.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, depending on where you're from, it's either a barbecue or a cookout. So we say cookout, but cookout for us means, it could mean you're having burgers and hot dogs. It could mean you're doing like a roasted pork butt. It could mean barbecue chicken. It's all kind of the same thing. But
nice.
A lot of times, depending on where you're from, it's called either one. But
nice.
What we meant. And then, so Donna Jean wants to know what Oasis poutine is. Bella says, I'm loving Queen of Shadows. It's so good. I've heard it is where the books get really good.
Oh, nice.
Good to know. Donna says, another horror booktuber is Jordaline Reads. I'm going to star that one. And Ren says, thanks for all the YouTuber recs. Absolutely. Yeah, Danny dabbles. I don't know the Wicked reading one, but that channel, but Danny dabbles is so sweet. She's yes, Jean, it is a poutine with feta cheese. Okay. Ooh. Instead of cheddar or instead of the gravy, Donna? Probably instead of the cheddar. But hello to Bella from Faithful. Donna says, we are doing the main third of glass with the tandem read. Okay, perfect. We will have a video pop up within the next few months announcing it. Oh, I'm so excited.
Nice.
Them.
I am only able to collect Throne of Glass books once I finish the ones that I already have from her. Because I had all of ACOTAR, but I was missing to read the last one, and I have all of Crescent City, so I better start working on Crescent City then.
Yeah.
So I can get them, because then it will be my plan was with Crescent City, because I have it all, then I can buy 3 books from Throne of Glass, and then when I start to read the Throne of Glasses, I would get the rest of them,
Perfect. That's perfect.
Still will do the same thing, because I refuse to buy her books before finishing the ones that I have.
Yeah, makes sense. Ren wants to start reading Throne of Glass, but keeps buying the books that I haven't. Hey, stop. But keep buying the books. I haven't started any though. Well, now you have a reason to start. Bella says, also, you have to read ACOTAR before Crescent City, but you don't have to read Throne of Glass before. You could do whatever. Okay, that's good to know. That's actually really good to know, because there's such mixed opinion on this, but I've got ACOTAR for 1 book a month starting this month, because that will be perfect timing to get into 2026.
Nice.
Yeah. Donna says, Hermie, Alex, and I have already read Throne of Glass, but we wanted to reread them. Perfect. Well, definitely count me in.
Mm-hmm. And me.
Yep. And Bia and Ren. Well done on the PRs, Jen. Oh, thank you. It's I love talking about it, but it's uncomfortable to talk about because I don't think I look like a runner, but I love it so much that I'm getting to the point where I don't really care. But anyway, I get excited when
it's what makes you happy. The other day I have a PT and I was talking with her and I was like looking at someone because I have the restrictions when it comes to my heart. I was like, I wish I could do that. But then I was kind of did an internal evaluation and I was like, but there might be people that look at me and go like, I wish I could do that. And they don't know what I go through internally. So I'm like, I am a badass bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Question for the barbecue prompt. Can a food truck count for that?
I would say as long as it's like grilled, like in like a fire, even if it's not in a fire, you'll be fine. As long as it's counted as barbecue, you will be fine.
Perfect. Donna says, instead of the cheddar or curd cheese. Okay, curd cheese. That's what I knew it cheddar wasn't right, but I couldn't figure out the word for curd cheese. Jean says,
I have a trauma with that one.
With curd cheese?
Yes, on a sprint instead of curd cheese, I said third cheese. And it was like a whole thing because
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
But I knew I was saying it wrong, like the wrong thing. I just couldn't remember what the word was.
Yeah, that's funny. Poutine is not traditionally cheddar, it's cheese curd. Yeah, I just couldn't figure out the name for it or remember the name for it. That kind of sounds like an American thing. We don't. I didn't know what poutine was until my best friend moved to Canada. So I don't know if we have it here. It's definitely hacked from Canada. It's not something that we typically have here. But yeah. Double N Jen says they skipped poutine when I was in Buffalo a few years ago and regret it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Donna says, Jen, you need to not skip the poutine. That's what my friend tells me. Like when I go up there, I'm planning on going up there probably within the next 6 months or so. And that's like number one on his list is the food tours.
Those are the best in a new city.
Yeah. And when we go on vacation, my sort of mom rule is we can't eat somewhere that we have at home. So it forces us to kind of eat like the local.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why are you going to eat at a McDonald's?
No Chipotle, like none of that. We have to nothing that we can get at home.
Well, we don't have Chipotle here. We have like McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and so on. And I'm like, when I went to the UK, I said to Hermie, like, I am not eating at a McDonald's. No.
Yeah. That's my mom rule when we go on vacation.
Because then I am and Laura can vouch for this. I am the best person at finding like not hidden gems, but because I'm so much on TikTok, I find like the things, like that are popular. But then Laura took me to a pub there. Oh, the sandwich was so good.
Oh wow. I mean, it's nice because we've found some places that we really, really love and continue to go back and support when we go, when we revisit a city. So at first they were like, Mom, that's not fair. And I'm like, no, we need to support the local businesses, try the local cuisine, and so we've definitely found some places that we really love.
If you come to Europe, though, it's worth trying McDonald's because it's very different.
I have heard that. Yeah.
Our portions are like not half. Well, the bigger ones are not as big as the ones in America. Yeah. And I don't know. I have never tried like American McDonald's, but like from what I heard, it's different. People say it's healthier, even though it's McDonald's.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Double N Jen said they tried a lot of other things though. Perfect. Donna says, I don't have a I don't have a barbecue, and my youngest wants to do a whole day out of the house and thought food truck with just hot dogs and sausages and burgers. Perfect.
Well, the readathon, it's do as you see fit, so you can do it. Especially the burgers. I do consider them barbecued, though.
Yeah, I agree. Jean says, "What province are you going to?" He lives in Vancouver, so we'll be in British Columbia. Yeah. And he advised me to fly into Washington State and then drive in through, there's a city in Washington specifically that's right over the line, and then drive into where they are, which is about 3 hours from Washington State, because the driving view is unbelievable. And depending on like the flight, I mean, Air Canada now will do straight flights from the city I live in to Vancouver.
Oh,
but
nice.
Before they didn't, especially in the summer, they do a lot of straight flights from, because I have, where I live is an international hub also. And so they'll do straight flights through Air Canada. But before, he was saying there's a little city, Bellingham or Bellington or something like that in Washington State, where he's like, just fly there and then we'll drive the 3 hours to where they live, because the views are just incredible. So that's probably what we'll end up doing.
Nice.
Jean says food truck sounds so yummy.
In my city, we have like, the worst part is that this is in like winter, where they do like in the center of the city, they do close one of the big streets, and it's food trucks all over so that you can eat, even with sweets and so on. But like in the middle of the winter.
Oh, wow. We have those here, but it's all summer long, because people are out and all that.
I think it's because like here, the summer here, it's like a big thing with festivals. Like a lot of the trucks are at the beaches because like everyone goes there, so it's not worth having like that type of thing so much during the summer. But I'm like, big winter is also not good.
No, it's too cold.
It's like September. It's like October or December or something like that.
Gotcha. Canadian McDonald's is much more like the European. Nice. Jean says they have McCafes. Oh, nice.
Yes, we also have McCafes.
Devlin Jen says there's a lobster food truck locally I stalk sometimes here. We have a hibachi food truck that I do that with. I like to follow where they're going. Hibachi is delicious. Bella says Euro McDonald's is so much better. They've tried both. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I have heard that it's much like you said, it's McDonald's, but it is much healthier. We just don't have the additive restrictions that the rest of the world seem to have. And I think and I've heard that, like, my kids watch a lot of YouTube where it's like, they go around and try different things and all that. And that's the feedback that YouTubers give, is that it tastes more like food than the American McDonald's.
Honestly, every time that I think of trying McDonald's in there, I just think, will I just be full on eating plastic? Because it's scary, because like even like the bread and so on, the salad, it's like full on iceberg salad. So you can notice it's crunchy and so on. So I'm like, how can they make McDonald's so much different?
Yeah, agree. Donna says you need to come to Ontario. Well, interestingly, my husband's half sister lives in Toronto, and I keep telling her I want to come that way, but we just haven't worked it out. So that way I can hop by Donna and hop by Jean and hop by her house, Cecilia's house. So
you then need to come to this side of the ocean.
I know. I know. Jody didn't miss the chatty bit. Nope. But was on the phone with their mom, who has managed to break her ankle in 2 places. Oh no.
Oh no.
Hopefully they can just cast it and she won't have to have surgery. Jeez, Aloo. That's awful. Yikes, Jody from Jen. Oh no, Jody from Jean. Love the McCafes. Yep, I do like their iced coffee. I get their iced coffee with the sugar-free vanilla, and I do like those pretty
I
well.
like the donuts.
Oh, we don't have those here.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow.
They don't sell salads at our McDonald's anymore either. They used to. But they
I don't think they sell on ours, but Portugal has the bifana, which is like a bifana. It's bread with pork meat, which is like a big thing here. Like it's standard for you to eat during summer because it's like it's good. It's like the pork meat in like a sauce which has beer in it and other things. It's really nice.
Wow. Nice. Jean says, due to food standards in different countries, the quality is much better for McDonald's than the United States. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I like those too. They are pretty good. Do you guys have lattes at McDonald's in the United States? No, we have, they do like hot black coffee. They'll do iced coffee. I think they don't even call them lattes. They're just iced coffee with like cream. And then we have the frozen coffees. So they have caramel and mocha. Like they call them
nice.
I don't remember. They call them frappuccinos at Starbucks, but they're like frozen coffee at McDonald's. Ren says the donuts are the best part. Are they donuts similar to like Dunkin'? Do you guys have Dunkin'?
It's just plain. No, we don't. Like in my city, we don't. Okay. My Portugal, we don't. It's like just plain old donuts with sometimes chocolate like frosting, not full frosted. Well, they can be full frosted actually. Chocolate or just like strawberry or just the basic ones. Let me see if I can see.
Devil and Jen says, I found an iced horchata brew at AM PM here that's good too if I don't have coffee at home. Nice. My husband and I have sort of unintentionally started this tradition where every Sunday we try to find a new coffee shop. He doesn't drink coffee, but I love coffee. So it's been more interesting to figure out places that I don't want to go to again. But it's been a fun little Sunday tradition for us. Ren says their favorite thing from their McDonald's is the chili cheese fries. Oh, we don't have that either.
There are certain countries that will have certain things in the menus just for them. For example, maybe Ren's is the chili cheese fries. On mine is the bifana because it's not like a very traditional like thing for everyone to get.
Yeah. Jody said that her mom has the cast at the moment, but thinks she's feeling more sorry.
For the donuts, we have the Biscoff one. Oh,
okay. I see.
Biscoff. Then we have one that they call yellow. I'm sorry, I know this is not focusing, but yellow fruity, which is like plain one with like sprinkles on top. Then they have that's it.
That's it for today.
But then they have like two pop dots, like one it's caramel and the other one it's chocolate. But we do also have muffins.
Okay.
We have salted caramel and chocolate, and we also have macarons.
Interesting.
And croissant. What else? I guess that's it. Yep, that's it.
Interesting. Jane says that their McDonald's, they have a whole barista menu like Starbucks. Ren says the chili cheese fries are the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Double and Jen loves chili cheese dogs. Sometimes. Bella says we don't have McDonald's, but KFC and Burger King and foods are both better. But we live a few hours from Greece, so Bella has had McDonald's from there. And as an American living in Europe, I go to Euro, but not the US. That's fair. Jody says, I haven't been to McDonald's in years. I'm the only one in my house that likes it. That's so funny because I'm the only one in my house that does not like it. My husband loves their burgers though, like loves them. And I don't get it. Ren also loves the chocolate cuppa cake, kind of like a chocolate mud with soft serve ice cream on top. Yum. Due to the boycotts at McDonald's here, they have the international menu right now. We have the Biscoff McFlurry. That just left the States, the Biscoff McFlurry. It was very good though. Right now we have s'mores McFlurry. Yum Ren. Jean says, what does your shirt say? It is, so I loved My Little Pony growing up. And so this is, it says made in the 80s and it's got.
Oh.
All right. So we have maybe time for, because we're chatting for a bit. So maybe one more 45 and then we can chat out the rest of the time. Let me restart that back to 45. Present.
I love when my camera just likes to unfocus.
This has been a really fun afternoon. Thank you for being here.
Oh, of course.
Let me do
if I am available, I'll be here.
Brent's banner. Unclick. Jody says, I love the Big Mac and the chicken mix sandwich, but I don't see the point of going if no one else will eat it. Yeah. I do really like their iced coffee, though. All right. I'm going to start the timer this time. I hope everyone has a great sprint, and we'll see you in 45. Welcome back.
Hello.
How are you?
I am processing.
Oh, did you finish it?
I did.
Oh,
It was too much. The ending. It's weird. It's a weird ending.
so Hermie and Donna's reactions were legit.
It's a weird, like, the last 4 to 5 chapters are a lot. We have a lot of point of views that we normally don't have, but the last one, it's a weird one. It's really strange.
Oh my gosh.
I am shocked, to be honest. But it's a good, okay, not good. It's okay book.
Yeah, that's how the rest of them said too, that the last chapter was shocking.
Yeah, it's that last one, it's a lot, to be honest. I like just one chapter, I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow. Are you, if you can't answer this on here, it's fine, but are you planning on doing the goddess challenge again?
The goddess complex? No.
Okay.
No, because like for various reasons, I don't mind telling all of them. So the main one was because I put a lot of work into the goddess complex readathon. It was a lot of research so that everything would like kind of made sense with like the actual mythology aspect of it. So I wouldn't just be blindly like making stuff up. Additionally, I also drew everything myself, so I did not use like pre-made like images or anything like that. I drew everything by hand, which is a lot of work. And the experience I had last year, to be honest, it's not worth for me to do it again. I loved it. I love doing the Goddess Complex readathon, but what I went through right before the readathon started, it's not worth it. Like one host literally bailed out on me last minute. I didn't know what to do. Then like everything happened with the fact that a few hosts had chosen a few books for SMP, and someone told me that in a time that I was not able to kind of take action into it or better understand the situation, because like I didn't know fully well about the boycott, so I was also not able to like do my own research. So I went from being okay in the morning to spend the full afternoon crying, and it's just a little bit too much for me to like develop right now, especially with also Reset-athon, even though they are different ones. But yeah.
Well, I asked because that was the first reading challenge I've ever done, and I've told Hermie multiple times, it's probably my favorite. Well, and maybe it's my first, but I had such a good time with that reading challenge, and I'm sorry that you had that experience, but for what it's worth, like that lives rent free in my head.
Oh, thank you.
It was fantastic. So for me, all of your work was worth it. I had a great time with it.
Thank you. I get sad when I think I will not do it again. Like I had like good ideas to do like a second version of it, but mixing up more like pantheons, saying it like that. Still very much inclining to the line of the feminism aspect of it. So only goddesses. So the name would remain the same. And definitely try to get a little bit of a different history and story behind it. But it's not worth it. Honestly.
Well, it's had a lasting effect because like I consistently look for like goddess retellings and try to pick them up when I'm doing second hand shopping, and so it's had a lasting effect, at least on me in my reading, in what I read. So anyway,
thank you. That means a lot to me, honestly.
Yeah, in fact, I was at Barnes and Noble maybe a month ago with Corey, and they have an entire section, like a Greek mythology section.
Ooh.
And I even said to her, I was like, I hope we get to do this again, because I'm learned. Like the more I'm observant of it, I am more like cognizant of those types of books now. So anyway, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but it definitely had a lot. I mean, and it wasn't like,
If you want to read a book that it's not like full-on mythology, like for example Circe, it's Song of Achilles, The Games of Gods Play, it's a book that came out this year. It's a romantasy as far as I know. It has trials. It's the one that's here, right?
okay.
It's interesting. It's a one I haven't read it yet, but the synopsis is interesting to me. Oh,
yeah. The only reason, one reason I was reminded to ask you about it was because I was scrolling TikTok, and there was a TikTok video about someone that had gotten a Medusa tattoo. And I was like, I need to ask if she's going to do that again. So, but anyway.
No, of course. Like, you could
on
ask without any problems. It's just, it was too much for me.
Yeah.
I basically created everything alone, and like now I have Hermie's help. Obviously, I don't have to create everything alone or anything like that, but it was just a big thing, a big mess. Like in the beginning, I tried my best to not show that I was so heartbroken when everything happened, but it was a really hard situation for me. I spent the whole day crying about it because like they even left mean comments on my video, so I was quite sad about it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's not okay, but
it has passed, so I'm fine. And I try the best that I can to not like surround myself anymore with the people that did it, so that I can kind of safeguard my mind a little bit.
Understandable. Well, maybe on a happier note, I'm supposed to take chili, like hot dog chili to this cookout, and I was going to do it after sprints, and I was like, no, I'm going to go ahead and make it and then just keep it in the oven warming. So I did that. I worked a little bit while I listened to Demon Copperhead. It's funny because like usually when you get to like 75, 80% of a book, you're like cruising from there, but I'm at 78% now, and I still have 4.5 hours left on 1.3 speed. Like I really am enjoying this book, but it feels like I'm never going to get through it.
Oh my gosh, so that is the worst.
I need to get that, finish the current book you're reading Tetris piece, and anyway.
So, that's not mine. I had already put it in there. Like, this is my current board. It's here. It's the yellow one.
Nice.
No, actually, it's a book in a series.
Oh, you did that. Okay, perfect. Oh Oh, so yeah, and I need to feed the dogs when we're done here. So yeah, it's been a good time.
Klaus is sleeping.
Oh, so cute. Glenda says, cool shirt, Jen. Thank you. It's one of my favorites. And Jess joined us. Hello, my dear. Hello, friends. Just waking up. Going to be a fairly chill day with some reading and some cleaning. Hopefully only one more weekend of open homes, and then can go back to my messy bedroom. I hope that this wraps up for you very soon. It has been I mean, you've been dealing with this. Jess has been dealing with this since like April or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Because right before Cookie started is when they, I think, put the house on the market. And so there was like several weeks prior to that where it was like prep and things like that. So hopefully this is wrapped up for you soon.
Yeah.
Hello to Jess from Glenda, and good morning to Jess from Christina. Ren did not read, started watching the Mr. Plankton K-drama. Nice. Shauna had dinner and got to 62%. Nice. What was for dinner? Ren says Onyx Storm had a lot to go on in the last chapter.
Like the whole book, you slow. You are going from aisle to aisle, from here to there, from them, the government technically not wanting them to do things one way, but wanting the other. And then in the end, boom, everything happens.
Ugh, I can't wait.
Like the war that we have been setting up happens, kind of thing, you know? But it's also not fulfilling enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how the book is going to be ending.
Yeah.
Because with this new revelation, I'm like,
oh my gosh. Oh, I wanted to read this now.
like we get information that we are really like, oh, interesting. But how did it happen? Because basically from chapter 65 to 66, it's like a 12-hour jump. So we don't know what happened. But something happened. We know that something, but we don't know like,
oh wow.
What, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Christina restarted Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, and I'm not sure I could tell you anything that's going on. But I did get more of the Reset-athon sprints on the sprinting spreadsheet. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And Renee popped in. Hello, how are you? It looks like Renee is sitting and knitting and watching Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is such a comfort show for me. I just love it so much.
I've never watched it.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Happy 4th of July to the Americans. Thank you. We will be celebrating here probably the next hour or so. Christina says, however, someone you have has access to it. Paula has some sprint. Oh, wait. However, some of you have access to it. Paula has some sprints that are not on there yet. Alex has duplicate sprints at the bottom. And Hermie's upcoming walk and talk is on there before the current stream. Does Christina have access to our like internal spreadsheet to verify?
I didn't give neither me or like Laura as far as I know. I'm so confused. Because on my side, on my sheet, everything appears okay.
Yeah, the one I can see looks fine too.
So I'm quite confused in. I know, like, I'm really confused.
Christina, message Hermie or Bea and.
Oh, Christina is talking about the playlist. Okay, let me see.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Okay,
that makes more sense.
I was really lost for a second in there. Okay, where is the playlist? Okay, I need to, if you would like, you can keep going. I will check here what might be happening.
Okay, just interrupt when you figure it out. In case someone wants to adjust before then. So Hermie's walk and talk is before. Okay, I get what she's saying now.
Oh, so I know what happened. So basically we had, where are you? I lost the tab. Basically, as far as I know, we had to manually arrange everything. And Hermie yesterday they were supposed to be doing the walks and talks today, but they had to put them for tomorrow because they were not feeling very well. So I don't think that the walk and talk has been arranged besides just the time frame for when it's going to be happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ren loved the games God play. The games gods play. My goodness. Christina says, thanks for hosting today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. You as well. Thank you. One last set of reminders to hydrate, feed yourself, check your laundry, take your meds, stretch, show love to the like button. Make sure you sub and ring the bell so that you hopefully get notified. And that reminds me, in the description of this sprint, all of the co-hosts are tagged. So I'm sure at this point you may or may not be, but if you're not, go ahead and follow everybody. That way you get updated on when they're sprinting and videos they put out and that sort of thing. And everyone's amazing. And it's what I love about this group of co-hosts is that we all sort of bring something different to the platform. So like games, and Hermie's got, things going on, and Bea, you've got things going on. So I feel like we bring something a little bit different to kind of what we're doing. So it's fun to have that variety.
Yeah, I need to just so I don't forget, I need to ask Hermie to arrange the playlist tomorrow, just so we will not forget to set everything up correctly.
Yeah. Ren says they preferred Games Gods play over When the Moon Hatched. When the Moon Hatched. I was like, I know that's not the right word. When the Moon Hatched, even though they don't have the same premise. Glenda says, thanks for hosting. Have a great evening. See you both soon. Sounds great. I'm sure I will. I'm going to hop into Neva's when I get back from this cookout, Glenda. So I'm sure I will see you there. Glenda says, Katie from Paperback and Ponytails will be sprinting in the next hour. Wonderful. Double N Jen says, I'm deep conditioning my hair for a bit before I leave, then cut, bleach, and color. Sent it into shock. Oh, wow. The cut, bleach, and color sent it into shock. I bet. My stylist, we're like redoing the blonde in my hair, and she was like, do you do hair mask? I'm like, well, not consistently, but I need to. Faithful says, thanks for hosting. Lurked, as I lurked, Jen, and for the company, Bea. No problem.
Of course.
Glenda, Brooklyn and Sarah are sprinting on Brooklyn's channel tonight. Perfect. And Ren says, thanks for the sprints. Going to bed afterwards. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. Faithful says, hi to Jess. I hope you can get back to your messy room soon. Yes, absolutely. Glenda says, oh my gosh. Glenda says, good night, Ren. Sleep well. Take care. See you tomorrow. Ren says, the whole book was slow. I think it would be more interesting for someone who reread the books going into Onyx Storm. Yeah. And I've read them recently, so I'm hoping that I remember enough from Iron Flame specifically to make it make sense, but we'll see. I'm excited. Ren says, the missing hours are why I want to read book 4. And she says, and they say also the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
I want to understand what happened in there. Like, it's so confusing. You just get like the information and the book ends. The book ends literally with the quote, what you told me to do. And I'm like,
okay.
Fine. Okay.
Let's see. Christina says, I don't have it. I was just adding them. Just look at the playlist. Yeah. I think Bea's going to figure it out with Hermie.
Yeah, I think it needs to be tomorrow though, because I believe Hermie should already be asleep, or if not close to it, because Hermie was not feeling that well today. But I will have like a reunion meeting, let's say like that, with Hermie tomorrow. So I will try to not forget about that. Where can I write it? Somewhere. I'll write it here.
Okay. Alicia, missed the sprints. I'm sorry, no worries. But here to say hi and bye and hug the like button. I'm glad that you popped in. I appreciate it. For the walk and talk, yes. And then she says, Paula has one scheduled that's not on there yet. And there seems to be duplicates of Alex's at the bottom. I just thought you might want to check it and make sure it's all correct.
Yeah, thank you, Christina. I don't know why we have been having troubles in like editing the sprint, the thing on itself. So we are not able to like move things around unless it's Laura that it's doing. but I will ask them to check on it, and from there, I believe Laura wouldn't mind just making sure everything is okay.
Perfect. And then Christina does have the playlist pinned, and so that it goes to the next one. Perfect. Anyone who has access should be able to move things, but only the person that put it on there can take them off.
I don't know why I'm not able to move them, so it might be some sort of like I don't know. It might be some sort of restriction that Hermie might have, but we will make sure everything is okay tomorrow.
Yeah. Christina says, happy 4th to everyone. Remember to hydrate. It is crazy hot here. Double Engine has naturally curly hair and wants the curls back. Good night to Ren. And then Glenda says, see some of you on Brooklyn's sprints or someone else's. Perfect. Is there anything that you want to talk about or anything coming up that you want to chat about before we head out?
Not really. Just thank you for being here, participating in Readathon. If you are participating, it means a lot to us. And I think that's it. Thank you for being and subscribing to Jen. Jen is amazing, as you might know. So I think that's all.
Perfect. Tomorrow we have the walk and talk with Hermie at 7 a.m. EDT. And then right after that at 8, we have Alex sprinting at 8 a.m.
Yes.
And then I know there's someone after Alex.
Olivia is doing crafty sprints. So it's actually going to be like hobby type of sprints. We have Olivia and Shauna doing this time around some diamond painting and hobby sprints.
Okay. So you're not doing the journaling lounge after Alex?
Oh, I am.
Okay, perfect. So walk and talk, and then straight after that is Alex. Straight after that is journaling lounge with Bea, and then Livia pops on at 3 p.m. EDT, 8 p.m. UK time. And then Sunday we have Shauna, followed immediately by me. I have some stuff. I'm revamping my channel in August, so
fancy.
Later in the month conversation, but looking forward to that. Otherwise, we will see you in chat tomorrow. I may hop on with Alex. Are you having people on your channel for the journaling sprints or no?
Yes, okay. I will share the link. I'm not sure, since I'm not using StreamYard, how many people I can actually have. But yes, I will share the link. So if anyone wants to come in, they will be free, or you will be free to come in.
Perfect. Faithful saying good. Take care to Glenda. I will definitely be in the comments. I'm going to try to hop on when I can tomorrow. Otherwise, I guess that's it. My little banner at the bottom is something I always like to remind everybody of, which is thank you for hanging out with us. Remember, you are beautiful, you are unique, and you are loved. And I appreciate you all being here. Thank you, Bea. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.